casting time. Today, I have a 3v3 match. The first 3v3 match for this channel. I will apologize in advance. This is going to be chaotic and I will not be able to cover everything. There is simply just a lot of stuff. The teams are Overlord as the Green Hierarchy, playing as the Satellite teammate, which I'll explain in a moment. We have Purified as our Red Masari, Purified of course being the strongest Universal at War player. And we have Warbringer as the Dark Blue Novus. On the bottom side, we have our Light Blue Novus Uno, our Yellow Hierarchy Doctor, and our Pink Masari Up All Night. So it's a complete mirror match. However, the way the players have selected their off positions for their satellites is interesting. This is a map where in any game that's more than 2v2, you have to have satellite teammates, which means you have someone that's in the middle of nowhere. And this creates a big point of weakness. It's interesting that this team has chosen Masari as their satellite race. Normally, Hierarchy is considered the best satellite race because they can just move, and it's not the biggest deal in the world to lose the arrival site. So top team is definitely doing something a bit more standard. And Masari, of course, is prone to aggression, so I wouldn't be surprised if these two are able to just tag team Up All Night and bully him out the game immediately. The way 3v3 matches tend to go is you end up with a big stalemate until super weapons come up, and then it's all about who finds the better super weapons. That's generally how it can play out. Hierarchy can definitely get some big assaults in with some walkers and spearhead pushes. Of course, you have stuff like Visop's teleport shenanigans with Zessus, and for Up All Night we have a lot of architects with 2 idle architects. This is not what you want to see. So, we're seeing fast figments coming out from Purified. And a fast robotic assembly out from Uno. Very interesting. Presumably because he knows he can bully this Hierarchy. So what we're likely going to see is a lot of Reaper drones from Overlord here. And then he'll migrate east to his teammate's base. There's always the cow race. It's pretty even by the looks of it. There's a lot of cows on this version of the map. We have quite a lot of versions of this map. It's a very good map. And I want to say that's about a 50-50 split. Maybe slight advantage to Doctor there. Not sure. About 50-50. Doc, of course, gets these cows, which is a lot of bloody cows. There are a few cows up here as well as fuel tankers. So I want to say it's about a 50-50 split in terms of the instance. And Up All Night, very early consolidation with his teammates of this Architect movement. The Satellite teammate kind of has to do this. So we might even see maximum eco from Up All Night here, and then instantly running away to join his teammates. And then we'll end up with what's likely a top right versus bottom left. Defensive Walker coming out. This will be a nice positioning for it. And it looks like Overlord's Reaper Drone will lose this fight. I don't know, it's blooming close. Oh, who's going to win the fight? Who's going to win the fight? I think it's going to be Doctor. No, it's a tie. Oh my god. That was funny. I like it. Yeah. So, a lot of architects from Up All Night, as is standard for Masari. No unit production. I think he's kind of resigned himself to losing his main here. The one thing that's not so great here is this Matter Engine chain. I know he's against Mirabelle, but I don't know. Mirabelle's not actually going for this base, though. He's actually going to go to, well, this base down here. Warbringer is on a weaker connection today. He's had some issues, so let's hope that doesn't change the outcome of the game. And we're not seeing Mirabelle yet from Uno. I'm not sure what Uno's doing. Oh, Blade Troopers. Oh, okay. Okay, I see you. So you can definitely get harassed out of the game very early. Here's Mirabelle very aggressively. I would be honored. We have Zessus from Up All Night. He can teleport all of his architects away, and that's exactly what he's going to do. I love it! This is sick! He can teleport all his architects to his teammate's base. Wait. Oh my god, Up All Night with another strat. Oh my god, he's gone back. Oh, what is going on? This could be game over. Just here we go. This is what I want to cast. This is what I want to see. And Mirabelle's desperately rushing back to deal with this. If this goes off, it's game over. If it fails... Oh, the Figment Stun's going to hit them all. Oh, no, it didn't hit quite all of them. It hit most of them. That's going to slow this down significantly. We need to see a Conqueror come out now to start dealing with this. Get some crushes going. We see the Counter Guardian coming up to deal with this. Is it balance 3? Please tell me it's balance 3. Come on. Not yet. It's probably coming up, though. Mirabelle's going to crush all of these, but Zessus can teleport her out. Oh, he's going to teleport her out? No, it's not up. It must be on cooldown. That was so close to being God tier. Another Figment Stun did not catch Zessus. He will bring a couple of Figments back here, but thanks to the detection drone, it will clean them up. Almost got a couple of Gravitics cancelled. And how much damage is this really going to do? If he was balance 3, I think this Knowledge Vault would be dead, but can these Guardians not shoot each other? Or is this Yuno's Guardian? No. He just had to manually target it or something. That was so weird. Up All Night still got one Architect just building here. Yeah, Warbringer's pinging it, saying, can you just deal with this, please? What are you going to do about this Matter Engine? It has to die at some point, right? But Up All Night doesn't have anything now. He really kind of all-inned on that. He's trying to build a Guardian, but the Conqueror comes in, and eventually the Architect will be crushed. Yeah. The Matter Engines have to be dealt with, though. He doesn't have the eco for balance 3. And I feel like Up All Night is just... I don't know, he's not going to have anything for a long time now. The Matter Engine dying won't kill the Knowledge Vault, but it might kill the Recycling Center. I must admit, I don't often see Matter Engines next to Recycling Centers. Oh, the Balance 3! And now, Balance 3 hurts, dude. Balance 3 does a lot of damage. It does so much damage. This could counter-cripple the opponent. Citadel being built? No, Knowledge Vault. He didn't get any more beacons down, so he's going to be forced into a Citadel now. And pop! That hurt. And he generated money from that damage, so he's a bit richer than it looks like. Matter Engines are damaging these antimatters, and he's still got a Zessus in play, but Zessus is kind of awkward against Figments. He's stuck for so long when he attacks. Oh, we got the big Blade Trooper push! And that's going to hurt Warbringer, but he's got this massive little base built down south. Meanwhile, over here, Overlord is just left untouched. So instead of targeting the satellite, they targeted the bulk of the enemy forces, and this is very interesting. Command Corps is getting beaten up, and that's going to set Warbringer back a little bit. He's got Constructors, and we need to see some sort of big push. Up All Night's main is down, so Warbringer has been hurt a lot, but Up All Night has been hurt more, and he's got one Matter Engine to make money right now. In terms of economy, Overlord's got some money. Warbringer has very little, and so does Purified. So Purified was able to help contribute to that defense. We're going to see Knowledge Vault being upgraded now. And having your Masari be crippled is a really big problem. Well, we got Mirabelle and Mirabelle action. The bottom one is Warbringer's. We see Figments in position to help catch the Mirabelle. Warbringer's Mirabelle is healthier, so he will win the straight-up fight. He can chase this Mirabelle. Face tanks could have cut Mirabelle off, and the opportunity was missed. So was some cows. And Warbringer can chase this, but no, he's losing somehow. He stopped shooting, and now he will die if he chases more. We're seeing some harassment from face tanks coming in on Yuno. Meanwhile, over here we have Blade Troopers harassing Warbringer, and oh my god, this is harassment central. Warbringer needs to find a place to build. Does he have any Constructors? He doesn't have any Constructors! Oh my god! Warbringer's out the game, pretty much. He has no power. He has no constructors that I can see. If Up All Night can recover its game, I'd love to see a switch to Sky Sari from Up All Night now. But I think he won't. We might even just see the balance 4. Meanwhile, Yuno is getting crippled as well. Doctor doesn't have too much. He's got a couple of walkers. And Jesus, it's just harassment central. I'm destined for greatness. That's going to be Doctor's Kamal coming out. This will help with the phase tanks a lot. We see a lot of Figments coming in to help hit Mirabelle, but Kamal will be here with the Abduct and a barrier, and that should save his teammates Mirabelle. Yep, the Figments just run knowing that this fight is completely over. There is Spectrum Cycle, so the Figments are completely vulnerable. And Yuno is heavily crippled too. We need to see a big push come in from Warbringer before it's over. Oh. We're live? Okay, we're live. Yeah, we're seeing the death push come in. And yeah, it's a switch to Sky Sari. Kind of interesting. Oh, that's a lot of Blade clones. If that Matter Engine goes, that's going to be nasty. There are real Blade Troopers there, so it will come at a cost, but I think it's not even going to die. Yeah, the Guardians and the clones timing out will save them. So, this is a death push coming in from the top team. Overlord, Purified, and Warbringer have made this collective decision to make a death push while Warbringer still has units. Once he's out of units, he's out the game. We got a kill on their Mirabelle. Meanwhile, Purified he's going to start producing Peacebringers, and Up All Night is nowhere near anything significant. Inquisitors will be a bit of something. We need to see Yuno or Doctor. Oh my god, Warbringer had a Constructor! And he's building in the corner! He's still in the game! Bruh! He's still in the... How did he get these guys down here? So actually, they don't even need to do a death push. This is a buying time push. Up All Night is switched to Sky Sari. It's going to take a bit of time, but it will deal very nicely with these antimatter tanks and phase tanks, but it won't do so well against Peacebringers. This Walker's coming in now and should crush the remainder of Yuno's base. And the harassment strategy from the bottom team, it very nearly worked, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Once Warbringer builds back up, he's going to be able to contribute a lot again. It's hard to see what's going on because of the blackout. Zessus is in, and he did a very nice nuke. So we saw a blackout combined with the Zessus teleport bomb, and they couldn't micro away from it. Very nice. People have come to appreciate Zessus's explosion a lot more recently. And I like to think I played a hand in that. It's a bloody powerful ability. Now, Overlord is sitting quite pretty. He's got 4k money. He's got his super weapon coming up, the first of the game. And interestingly, in team games, you'd think super weapons would come up a lot more, but they come up much later in the game, usually. Novus can get it quite early sometimes. Yuno's lost his flow somehow. It's back up, okay. Oh, the stun on Zessus. Zessus should die here. This Zessus needs to be killed. You need to focus him. I want to even see a light mode switch. No. Oh, the destabilize, saving his Zessus. The Inquisitors. Brilliant play from Up All Night here. Contributing despite having his main base just wiped out. Matter Conduit is up. It's not the best super weapon, but it is the first super weapon. And you enter what's called the super weapon race, where the enemy has theirs first, and they can use that to snipe yours over and over, and they can just delete an army and make a big push. Warbringer moved his constructors back up here to rebuild flow gen so he can get his production flowing once again, and I want to see him build like an extra base here. We have a ping from Overlord. He must have Visops then. Yeah. Wait, no. Why is he pinged there? Maybe he sees the animation of the buildings being sucked at. But we got a Science Walker from Overlord, so I expect this to be Visops very soon. And I think Visops will decide it. We've got a Walker on Walker fight, but this Walker's backed up by Inquisitors, so it will cleanly beat Overlord's Walker. Meanwhile, Yuno is Virus, which sucks for Novus. They struggle to deal with it massively. Up All Night is desperately trying to do stuff, but he's just so far behind. And Purified's Peacebringers are now here. I don't know if it's Dark 4 yet, but it should be soon. They are taking out this Reaper drone, about time. And it looks like bottom team is really cornered. Once this Visops comes up, I don't know what they're going to do about it. Overlord has the money. He's probably waiting for the tech. Now, the Inquisitors are going to do a lot. We need to see field inverters coming out from Warbringer, but he does need time. He was heavily crippled. And they don't know that he can produce yet. They'll probably work it out soon, but they just don't know it yet. Is his Mirabelle still on the board? I don't see her. I think his Mirabelle died at some point. Purified's got a lot of Peacebringers now. This will be a very big assault. Yuno's scrambling to rebuild, and now Yuno is kind of in the same position as Warbringer. It's kind of a mirror match, except that the opposing Masari isn't crippled and Up All Night is. He's getting economy re-established. I don't see his Zessus anywhere. There's his Zessus. They see the Inquisitors, so they must... Wait. If they pinged that, why do they see them? What? I think Doctor wants to go for Visops as well. There's the Science Walker glyph. Yeah, I saw the detection drone. So, Visops in team games is massively broken. We know this. And there's a bit of a lull in the action now. I'm not really sure what top team wants to accomplish with this. Why are we not seeing Visops yet? Come on, Overlord. Spitter turrets are coming down, even though they know it's Sky Surrey. There's a few Gravitics dumped about. Purified's base is very undefended, but he can produce Peacebringers before he dies, and that will fight off Sky Surrey cleanly, especially Inquisitors. So a lot of phase tanks from Doctor. Teleport play. Using his teammate's popcap, teleporting in on Warbringer's base, and they know that he can produce now. But this Zessus will die for this, surely. Stun Zessus and kill, yeah. Wait, where's Zessus? There he is. They will focus fire Zessus, and the one-time super weapon was used. That's essentially what this was. And they got a flow generator out of it. This was unfortunate for this team that they had stuff in position. And Overlord's phase tanks come in just to secure it. The Executioner's Zats beheading the assault. It did buy time. And the Visops are now coming out. So top team will be able to see everything that's going on. And they will be happy with what they see. They'll see that Up All Night is sat on a single flight machina. He has no Zessus anymore. Oh, lag. Yeah, I apologize for the connection interruption. There's 7 people. It's just going to happen sometimes. So they got very superficial damage on Warbringer for that. Lost a Zessus and a lot of phase tanks. It's so unfortunate for that team that these units were right here. That wasn't a bad play. It's just unfortunate those units were right there. I am the Eternal. That sounds like Overlord's Orlock, and it is. We have Assault Walkers coming in. He's spending that money. And he's going to have... He's got a Production Walker with range enhancers here. So what he probably will do is he'll have this Assault Walker be on the front lines and have the Production Walker be just behind it and siege from a long range away. Now, top team definitely has this team cornered. We need to see some very big plays out of the bottom team. We're not seeing many more super weapons right now. Warbringer's asking Pure if he has the money for a super weapon, which he does, so he should definitely be building that. He's sat on a lot, and that will be him building it right now. Knight crashed. I'm not convinced the crash would have mattered, though. They're cornered. There's a lot of Peacebringers. Up All Night is still trying to recover. So I will hand that win to Team 2. Especially since they had the Visops first, plus super weapon. And they still had a Zessus teleport play with on top of the super weapon. And denying that. Because Up All Night crashed, it's a bot playing. So this will just be a simple cleanup operation. Warbringer forfeited to try and even the odds a bit, but it just doesn't matter. They were cornered. They wouldn't have won, let's be real. Team 2 gets a Zessus, teleports right here, drops the Overlord Matter Conduit on top or something. It was game over for sure. And we won't get the loss screen, because I'm not going to make you sit here while they clean up the bot. That's just stupid. So, thank you for watching. I'll see if we can get a Game 2 in. Game 2 in this 3v3 series. We're running it back. It's the same matchups. However, the spawns are a little bit different this time. So, we have the exact same layout from the top team. We've got Warbringer on the Novus, Purified on the red hierarchy, and Overlord on the green hierarchy again. However, this time, Up All Night and Doctor... Actually, the entire layout for bottom team is different. Yuno was up here before. So, this time we've got the standard play from bottom team, having the hierarchy being the satellite race, which is the best, honestly. Warbringer says dumbass spawn. Yeah, I don't know. This is a great map, but it's a little bit awkward to get started, but it kind of balances Novus out a little bit. So, we saw Up All Night go for a really fun strat last game, and Up All Night's the type of guy that would go for it twice. I'm telling you, he is that type of guy. He would go for it twice, so we might see more memes. We might be seeing a Sky Sari from Purified. I don't know why, but I just have that feeling because he's staying in light mode. Something that people have started to do is stay in light mode if they're going for Sky Sari, because you don't get the mode switch that tips the opponent off that you're going light mode. However, you can also flip the script and go light mode when actually going ground to feint that you're going for Sky Sari. So, I don't know. We just don't know. Also, Puri might be lazy. Puri's build is definitely a bit quicker than Up All Night's here. But Up All Night, yeah, no, Puri has just kind of done this a little bit better. Which makes me think that Up All Night has gone for early tech. I think he's going for the same thing again. But this time I think he's going to target down hierarchy. Cal race is underway. And it would seem that Doctor is a bit behind. Overlord is actually going to get the cream of the crop. This isn't good. No, we've got to get the cows. These things are only worth 50 each. And yeah, he changes his direction. Still nice to get these, don't get me wrong. But cows are where it's at. Overlord! There's moo-moos! There's prime beef steak there. Oh no. Overlord's going to get everything. Doctor's messed up. Wait, is Doctor going for an all-in Walker play? Oh no. Oh no. Sky Sari coming in from Up All Night. And for Purified, it will be the same. So we're seeing Sky Sari mirror. Sky Sari is much better in team games than 1v1. And the reason being is you contribute to that early game when normally Masari doesn't do that much in the early game. And Sky Sari guarantees you will have impact and you can snowball wins from it by eliminating a player from the game or severely crippling them and then doing your switch. We have the anti-Mirabelle set up from both sides. This is absolutely necessary. And Doctor's going to get the greediest walker of all time. Oh my god, he's actually going to get away with it. Systems are checked, and I think that's from Yuno. Yep. So systems are checked from Yuno. Overlord got so much better cows, though. This walker play has to win the game, I think. Jesus. He's going to get away with it. The Inquisitor's going to immediately start flying out. So because there's been no mode switch, and because Purified has built his base so compact anyway, he hasn't lost efficiency from Architect movement. At least not much. Nothing too significant. And Doctor is not ready for this Inquisitor. He's actually building a Spitter turret. Mirabelle comes in to secure Doctor's Reaper. It's just enough damage that it tips the scale in this Reaper's favour, and Overlord will lose that Reaper. Inquisitor is out, plus the Monolith from Overlord. He probably used it to scout what was going on, and is now using it to help with poking down Doctor's economy. Tankers are getting crushed for instance. Meanwhile, Yuno has done standard high eco Mirabelle stuff. And Warbringer has gone for moderate eco. Warbringer's Mirabelle is now harassing Doctor. Moves away from the Spitter turret, allowing his Sky Sari teammate to attack this without fear of repercussion. But this Walker's going to go down, and I think that's going to kill Purified. This Walker might just scout it. Oh my god, Doctors. This could work. This legit could work. I would like to see this Inquisitor actually spread its light burn between the Reaper drone and the turret. Now, Up All Night reveals that he is mode switching, which should alert the other team of potential Sky Sari. And we're going to see a hierarchy base trade. Mirabelle has bullied this Inquisitor away. She does fine against Inquisitors when they're in small numbers. This Monolith is actually still poking down this Reaper. The Avenger spawns, and we need to see this killed, otherwise it will just come down here and do significant damage. Actually, it could kill this Reaper. Now, this is going to be my focal point, so I will miss other things, I'm sure. We have Purified's Inquisitors chasing... No, Up All Night's Inquisitors chasing down Warbringer's Mirabelle. And... is it enough to... Is this Walker going to do anything? I feel like Doctor's position is going to be compromised sooner or later. All Overlord has to do is decide to take this instant, and he'll see what's going on. And Inquisitors will be there, like that. This Walker is just completely unnoticed. This will kill Purified. He'll have to run Architects away and rebuild from scratch. But if he steps on a Matter Engine, the whole base could blow. I want to see these Inquisitors move and have the Avenger beat this up. Monolith comes in to start poking down the Spitter turret. If you've got it, you might as well use it. Gravitic turrets are coming down to combat the Sky Sari. Up All Night has his own Sky Sari, making Warbringer's Mirabelle much less effective, and he's not microing her. She can't fight this many Inquisitors, and Inquisitors can chase Mirabelle for a long time. They have a long range, they ignore the terrain mostly, destabilize, move them up, release her from the destabilized shooter, destabilize, move up, shooter. Oh, he's trying to surround her, but he's... what's he going to prioritize? There's so much to keep track of. Warbringer's little outpost is removed, and now we see the ping from Purified. He's got to run Architects away and get a building up away from the Matter Engines. He's got to sell all the Matter Engines. And that he will. He sold one. We should see a sell on some others. The Inquisitors will fight this off. It's a matter of whether or not he dies whilst fighting it off. We have an Avenger here, and the Avenger will actually just kill this entire base. And it's fairly quick too, because of the light burn. We have a fight going on down here. Phase tanks versus all the Nova stuff with a few Inquisitors on each side. This Matter Engine has to be sold. Purified. Puri, you gotta sell it. Warbringer's Mirabelle is here to help support. No, don't walk up to the Matter Engine. Oh, you nearly died. Oh, that's nasty. And Doctor's little backstab attack is going to pay off. Purified's crippled for a long while now. He has Eco, but the light burn... He doesn't have light 1. He doesn't have light 1. Oh no. We have Overlord with the Science Walker. And it's going to be a Mind Magnet. It's going to be a Magnet Walker by the looks of it. You don't normally build range accelerators... No, weapon accelerators on a Visops Walker. Puri needs to get some Architects out. Warbringer's desperately trying to help out, but it's not enough. We need light 1. We need the light 1 burn to hit all these hard points. We've even got Ownbots bombing themselves just to deal with these face tanks a bit quicker. We need light 1. This Walker's done a lot. Meanwhile, Yuno and Up All Night are just loving life, being able to build up. Warbringer calls GG. What? I don't know if that was GG. Probably. I don't know. Overlord had the super weapon. I don't know. I think that was a little bit early. I think it would have been a hard comeback. Let's see what the players have to say. Wow.
Save that replay, you'll see everything I did.
Wow. That was next level. Skipping the cows.
See that shit what I was doing?
Skipping the cows to get that backstab. I think that concede was a little bit early, but...
Skipping the cows is a longer. That was not a strategy there.
Okay.
Yeah, save that replay.
I mean, it's... So he made it up on the fly. That's gold. I love it. That was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
Being that,
Are you fucking kidding?
Africa being that, there was no way you could have stopped that. You were almost I was protected. And I got mirrors.
Strategy I did was try and do like triple back rushes instead of long harbor there ASAP.
That was brilliant. I loved watching that. Yeah, that was a little bit early, but it would have been a rough comeback.
I was completely dead. I was extremely dead. It was over.
Well, technically, Fury had one matter engine, and he could have slowly rebuilt.
Yeah, I was so dead. I wanted to try to save some architects. They got blown up. I lost my air to marriage and explosions.
Yeah.
Position. I was dead.
I'm surprised we didn't see Light 1 from you.
Mirabelle made the fucking mistake of making a snipe shot. If she didn't take that snipe shot, I would have killed her.
I actually died faster.
I got her low for you though. I said triple, I think you said HP.
Yeah, on top of that, she got killed.
Yeah, run back, run back.
Matter engine detonation.
I want the runbacks. I'm very teased. I'm tired of runbacks.
You're tired of runbacks?
Well, if Overlord was paying attention, literally, you died because of Overlord. I'm sorry, that's kind of mean, but it's true.
Dude, that Cliff Carver, I think Cliff Carver walked past the Reaper too. That's the worst.
Yeah, it did.
I was like, oh, this is so fun. Like, we already lost, man.
Come on, Fury, do the run back.
How difficult it is to get like radar up for factions can be so annoying sometimes. It's like, actually, I guess that would have been on Warbringer. I call that actually. Then you should have seen that, like, oh, there's a colored dot there near Overlord.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that never should have worked. I want to see a game 3.
Come and play the game 3.
Game 3. We have one more run back to round out the series. Make sure I'm actually recording. Yeah, I am. Good. So, reprising the exact same roles and map positions as last game, we have a color switch from Overlord because Warbringer is colorblind and he can't distinguish the green from the yellow in this game. So this helps him. So we have Overlord this time on the orange hierarchy. We have red Masari Purified. We have blue Novus Warbringer. Yellow hierarchy Doctor. We have light blue Novus Uno. And pink Masari Up All Night. Now, before this game, there was a discussion about Mirabelle crushing. And we put a vote on whether or not it should be banned. There was a vote on whether it should not be allowed for this game. And overwhelmingly, the result was to not ban it. So it is fully allowed. Now, there is a situation in the community which may come up where people do decide to ban it, much like Orlok shelling glyphs, well, with VisOps and founder resource griefing, as a thing that doesn't have enough counterplay. There is counterplay, but it forces Masari into stupid territory, where they have to do silly things like clump up matter engines against a walker. So at some point, we may see a community vote to ban that. Now, I got some information from the players from the last game, which you may have heard, where Doctor actually accidentally sent a glyph carver to the cows instead of a Reaper drone, and that's why he said, oh, screw it, we lost anyway, so I'll just go for a YOLO play. And it worked. And this time, Purified if this man... Yes, I love it. I love it. This is the anti-Doctor matter engine. You have to go for this, because Doctor will do those plays. Okay, cow race this time looks to be a much more even split. Oh no, Overlord's not prioritizing these cows. He took a slightly worse path. He could have gone down here. But I guess he wanted to guarantee some cows. If Doctor was already there, then he wouldn't have gotten so many. And I think Doctor's going to get the slightly better split on the cows here. It's hard to tell. Oh no, he's going to do this to Overlord this time. Jesus. Okay, I would say Doctor probably got the slight advantage with the cows this game. Warbringer's pinged this out. How do they see that? Oh, he's pinging out cows. He's pinged out cows and Overlord is going to see it. And this will be a tie. We know this now. Okay. We're seeing Sky Sari once again from Up All Night and Dark Masari from Purified. So, Up All Night will contribute more to the early game and Purified will have the superior late game. This means that top team will want to delay the game once they know that it's Sky Sari. So, Doctor's going for a very similar strat, different glyph location. And Up All Night, Overlord is going to see this. He's going to see this because he's going for the cows. This should alert him that something is up. This glyph carver should alert him, hey, hang on a second, hang on a second. They didn't see it. Why are they not watching their minimap? Purified has actually sent an architect all the way over here this time. Smart. Ah, it wasn't seen. Well, Micro's away from the missile barrage. Takes a small hit. And now he should have seen this fall. Now he sees it. They should have known as soon as they saw the glyph carver, man. Especially considering it's Doctor, right? Like other hierarchy players, it's like, okay, there's probably something up. With Doctor, something is certainly up. We have Figments in Doctor's base, punching his arrival site a little bit. I actually want to see a light mode switch to punch this down a lot quicker. But he actually... No, it's actually better to stay in dark mode to delay this walker so that Overlord can get some good defenses going. For Warbringer, we have the Mirabelle out, and he's gone for another of his little outposts. Warbringer's off races have leveled up so much. His Novus is very good now. Now, we have the Inquisitors starting to come out from Up All Night. He hasn't mode switched yet, so top team has no inkling that it's Sky Sari or not, and we haven't seen the Scouting Walker. Matter Engine placed for Purified, and then he immediately runs his Architect away. I guess he's going to start building turrets for his teammate. Hopefully he doesn't forget about his Matter Engine. Mirabelle went for a missile barrage. It looks like it mostly hit. And he immediately goes back to building the Matter Engine. So maybe he just realized he doesn't need to deal with this. Now, the Monolith is here to scout the Figments to stop the stuns. And we actually have the Monolith from Overlord coming in, plus Warbringer bringing in own bots to deal with the arrival site to slow Doctor down. So Doctor's not going to have much for a little while. He's had to build this arrival site now. Economy is looking good for Overlord. We need to see phase tanks getting dropped in soon, but he's not going for phase tanks. Interesting. He's got his production walker over here, that's why. He's going for a combat walker to help fight this off. Now Up All Night comes in to support the walker assault, and they want to end this assembly walker. Now, you can destabilize and make Mirabelle lose her snipe cooldown. So if Up All Night is balanced too, which I would guess he is, well, he's already at Knowledge Vault too, so we can start boosting Matter Engines, upgrade them things. We need to see a very nice snipe come down to help his buddy out. There's a lot of units being rotated, and they've left a very small force down here to deal with this arrival site. It's slow, but it will die. Meanwhile, Doc's Reapers are just kind of being allowed to do whatever. I think Overlord's Walker here will secure this area. And Gravitic Turret is down. That's going to help out with the Sky Sari a little bit. Yuno's sent a small force of antimatter tanks to back up this assault up. So they're really helping out with this assault. Mirabelle's going to get a double rocket barrage. That's rough. And Reapers can fight her, but you have to be microing them. The arrival site is slowly dying, and this assault will peter out, except for the Inquisitors. Snipe comes down. That's going to hit everything. Oh, and Mirabelle. Very balanced. We have a lot of own bots being trained, I believe. They should be helping to deal with these Inquisitors. Another Gravitic turret's going to go down, instantly cancelled. That's a big eco loss, and Overlord is down to 1,600 money already. Purified was not able to get any anti-air turrets or anything, and this late reveal on the Sky Sari is rough, which means Overlord, yep, he's rebuilding his arrival site right here. EMP is coming up for Warbringer, and Kamal is out, so he was able to deal with all the own bots. This is a very smart decision from Doctor. I would like to see a couple of sources come over and repair this. Phase tanks are coming down from Overlord, and it seems like Overlord's actually going to be bullied away from his satellite area first. The detection drone is kind of vulnerable, especially if these Inquisitors punching Overlord out of this area. Now, Doctor does lose a whole walker for it, and Overlord has a mostly healthy walker, but this is just begging to be pooed on by Sky Sari. Now, Purified is teching up very nicely. He's operating on 5 matter engines, but this one is now scouted, so it should be hit soon. Surely they see this detection drone. Surely. Now, this is the early game versus late game dynamic I was talking about. Sky Sari just do more than Dark Sari in the early game. They just do. Just a simple fact. Oh, we got a snipe on the enemy Mirabelle. Purified's Figments did a very nice play. Now, Dark Sari can do that. They can snipe heroes, and oh, that's a lot of antimatter tanks. Warbringer's going to see this, and he's not going to be happy. We should see a big vent core come down, and that will just insta-kill all of these antimatters. Mirabelle walks in and takes 70%. My word. Warbringer? Now, Mirabelle doesn't take much damage from the antimatter tank's main hit, but there are a lot of them. I think you need 5 of them to just out-DPS her healing, and wow, 2%. Purified might even task an Architect onto Mirabelle to help heal her up. Now, Overlord has been very much booted from this area, and the Sky Sari will beat down this walker very efficiently. It's slow, but they won't take return fire. This Reaper drone will die now, and Up All Night excellently tasking a single Inquisitor onto it. One Inquisitor... Okay, he's putting 2. One Inquisitor is the optimal DPS because of the light burn. Multiple won't stack the light burn, but if you stack more attacking it, then that will, of course, reduce the economy because it dies quicker. The fight here continues. Warbringer's outpost is getting a bit destroyed, and Overlord is scrambling to rebuild. He's re-establishing his economy and detection drone. And Up All Night will take out the matter engine. Boom. Now, he's just been pumping Inquisitors over and over. He must be teching up quite nicely. Oh, Figment is just here, but it's... They attacked and now they're getting revealed. Oh, the Light 1 reveals them. Because Light 1 does damage, it aggroes the Figments, and it's essentially stealth detection as a result. Now, this Walker was not yet dealt with because they wanted to attack with the Sky Sari. We have Sky Guardians coming up now, but it's a little bit late. This is a lot of Inquisitors to deal with. Now, Up All Night will be surprised by this, and Warbringer gets the first big super weapon. EMP is nice, but Black Hole is the game ender. I don't know where it is, it's right here. We need to see some anti-air turrets come up around that, or Up All Night will just release his entire army onto it. Yuno's done a big retreat here for some reason. Doc's stuff was all cleaned up, other than this glyph carver. So the satellite people were removed, and this is part of why Hierarchy is so good as the satellite teammate, because they can migrate very effectively. And now we've got a brief lull in the action. There are... Oh, this Sky Guardian came up, so actually Up All Night will be bullied away from here. However, he's getting premium harassment out. Purified has now hit his Forbidden Knowledge, so he will be coming out with Peacebringers soon. And as much damage as Up All Night has done, I think the Dark Masari will start to snowball the game now. Especially if the Black Hole goes uncontested. We have redirection turrets coming up, and we need to see some Sky Guardians from Purified around this thing, really. God, there's so many Inquisitors. These Peacebringers need to come out very soon. They probably made the call, Puri, just tech up. Just tech up, get to those Peacebringers, and punch him in the face later. Now, Warbringer's base is very big, so the harassment, as much as it hurts, won't be too significant. This Walker's kind of planted itself here, and it's not doing anything. There are... No, it's just not doing anything. I feel like it should be down here, distracting, or he should have built some arc turrets. Dunno. Hierarchy just has problems of Sky Sari. We have own bots here to help, but they don't do much. You need a lot of own bots. They're more of a token gesture than anything else. And the Avengers actually do well against own bots, funnily. Now, the redirection turret would be a nice place to fight, but it might reveal where the black hole is. If the enemy team wasn't paying attention to the ping you get when the black hole comes up, they won't know where it is, and fighting around this risks this being scouted. Purified's base is looking a lot less compact than last game. He's rebuilding a matter engine back here when no one else has built. This is good building space. EMP comes out for Yuno. Warbringer will have the first EMP, and my god, that's an army of antimatter tanks. Jesus. It might just end the game. There's so many antimatter tanks. There's got to be a pop cap. Overlord's Walker scouts it, but it doesn't quite reach. Oh my god, this is a game-ending push. We need Peacebringers now. Right now. Where are they? Puri, where's your stuff? I know you were hit by your eco, but... What happened? What? Okay. Pause. I'm going to do my best to explain this to you. After this game, we sat in the voice chat and we conducted experiments and we made theories. And after about an hour, hour and a half, we're pretty sure we figured out what's going on. I'm not going to give visual examples because it's incredibly convoluted to set up, but I will do my best to explain it to you. Can I alter the playback speed of this? Speed. Okay, I'm going to make this go at half speed. So, let's observe what actually happens. Actually, I'll make it go at 0.25. Need to see this slowly. So, look at the minimap. Boom. All of Yuno's stuff disappears. Right? He's got a bunch of antimatter tanks right here. And pop. The lot disappears. Now, the first thing I want you to observe is they're all facing the same direction, more or less. They're pretty much all facing the exact same direction. If we look here, they're in the exact same direction. And I want you to take note of this flow conduit. So, Flow 3 allows antimatter tanks and bigger vehicles to go through the flow network, but they also allow you to go through your opponents. Now, the basis of the flow bug is that once your units are saying... So when your units move, the game will decide if they should or should not flow. The usual condition is that you've clicked on a flow conduit that's not one that's right next to your units. There needs to be a point B flow conduit. And it needs to take a greater distance than simply walking there. And also double-clicking, or the forced march order, will try to prioritize flow most of the time. You don't need to see the opposing flow conduit for that. Although in this example I think Yuno could. I didn't quite catch the moment they instantly exploded. Now, the flow bug doesn't reach as far as all these units died. If we go to here, it doesn't reach this far. It reaches approximately about here-ish, a rough guess. However, now I'm going to introduce you to what's called the Yuno bug. Yeah, we've named it the Yuno bug because this is the biggest example of it happening. So, although the flow invincibility bug has a set limit, what happens is if you have multiple units selected, they get what I call a follow the leader command. Because the ones closest to the flow conduit started to flow right as this died, the ones behind them got the same order, rather than them all getting issued a different order. It's basically lazy dev coding. And as a result, these basically just were lemmings that followed the leader to death. And as a result of the flow conduit dying, the units that were marked to go in flow and were thus invincible will also die, which is why all of Yuno's stuff just died. Just straight up. Just, yeah. That's what we think happened, and I needed to show you that. Let's continue with the game. It's very unfortunate that this happened. What? What was that? Even Yuno's confused. What? They just died. How? Okay. I guess top team wins. What happened? They just died somehow. To what? What? Is that a bug? I've never seen that in my life. Oh, come on, whiffs his abduct. Feels bad, man. What happened? I feel like Team 1 is just going to lose the game because of that. Well, Team 3. I'll call bottom team Team 1 and top team Team 2. That's a whole pop cap of antimatter tanks that just died. What? Destabilize coming out to bail his teammate's vehicle assembly out. We see Skylords. I imagine we have Dark 4 on Purified already. Up All Night really doing a nice job of saving his teammate's stuff. Now, the thing with the Inquisitor Disable, which is Destabilize, it doesn't prevent Walker crushing. Arc turrets are being built now, but it's too little too late. No point. Might as well just have it be a sponge. Nice shield. Shields are extra nice against Light Masari, because the burn doesn't apply to the shield. Good barrier comes up. Mirabelle's going to try for something, but she's going to have to see that this is too much. Nice EMP. It's not too much if they're EMP'd. Snipe on Kamal. Do you trade Mirabelle for Kamal here? I don't know. Oh, she's going to die. No, she gets under the bubble. Oh, the light burn. It's not enough. Mirabelle, run. Oh! She's dead. There we go. Purified's got a small force of Peacebringers in the top. And this is the late game Dark Sari just being slow, but they are coming out. The Field Inverter plus Walker combo is very efficient. Nice barriers. Overlord is recovering. He has some money. He's got an eco now. And a lot of these buildings have already been harvested and crushed. There's a lot of money up the top left as well yet to be harvested. Kamala's trying to do stuff. Nice abduct. Very nice abduct. This Kamal needs to die in exchange for that. We need to see these shield inverters just stop shielding and beat up Kamal. Kamal has to be punished. Kamal! Kill him! Ah! Oh, he was so dead. Oh wait, those are Yuno's field inverters. I apologize. I apologize. Ah, lag. Come on, game. Don't die. These walkers are just stopped. I'm not doing anything. Power on? I think that's Warbringer's Vertigo. I could have sworn I heard Vertigo. These walkers are just kind of standing there. Up All Night is kind of committing to the Sky Sari thing. No, he's got a casual Machina, so he's starting to build some light Peacebringers, potentially. This is something nice Sky Sari can do. They can just throw a few Peacebringers into the mix. They're not as good as Dark ones, obviously, but you can still throw them in, and it's very nice. Purified is now picking off Up All Night's infrastructure. This Matter Engine is so dead. Oh, the Dark switched to get the full DMA, so Up All Night was working on transitioning, and Black Hole, where's that? Where's that Black Hole gone? Oh, it's targeting Doctor's Walker? Really? It hit a bit of infrastructure as well. Oh, the Orlok shelling coming in to deal some nice damage to the assembly. That's really nice, just getting immediate value out of the hero. I suppose that kind of makes sense because it means these walkers will win the fight that much more handily. Meanwhile, Purified is picking off Up All Night's infrastructure and slowing him down. Warbringer's asking Puri to build a super weapon. He's trying to pump out Peacebringers, though. But yeah, I think he could probably get away with a super weapon. Now, the question is going to be, can they fight this off? And I don't think they can. The antimatter's just dying here was horrible. What happened? Purified trades a Peacebringer for a Matter Engine, which is totally valid. You can do that when you're on the offensive. Slow down Up All Night a bit. Up All Night just doesn't have the build for this. He's desperately trying to recover, but I don't think it's enough. Oh my god, look at this big flow conga line. Bruh. Black Hole comes up for Yuno, but there's nothing to defend it. And now these walkers are moving, so they were waiting for this to back them up. Up All Night can't make anything. He's resurrecting Avengers into real units, but the Dark Mode air units, and we know that's not all that impressive. Oh my word. Don't give him this abduct. Don't give him this abduct. Don't give him this abduct. He's going to give him this. Oh, the blackout. But the micro, he moved away right as the blackout happened. Very nice. And the bubble will shield Kamal. What a brilliant play from all sides. That was just excellent to watch. A nice sequence. And we need to see Visops coming out from Overlord, I think, so they can snipe this black hole and keep the super weapon advantage. Figments are coming in from Purified. A small line of Peacebringers, and we should see, yep, his super weapon is coming up now. I think they're just dead. They're just dead. There's not enough stuff, and I think losing that pop cap of antimatter tanks decided it. Kamal got a semi-nice abduct, but the impending doom is here. Now, Up All Night switches back to light mode after resurrecting the air units. This is smart. He's got no reason to stay in dark mode right now, and he's trying to get stuff. Devirus? I don't know what that means. Oh, D-Virus. He wants to counter the virus, so Altea, Seers, maybe even Detection Drone Pulse would do it. And I think that they will fend off this assault, but I think Visops coming in would decide it. We see Viral shut down by the looks of it, but a counter EMP in order to even up the numbers. It's a bit of a slogfest that I think Team 1, the bottom team, is going to come out on top for. We've got a consolidation of units. Purified should be rebuilding this Avenger. I'm sorry for getting the names wrong. There's just a lot of people in the game. So this Walker's starting to retreat. It's a little bit late. We have the light Peacebringers coming back in from Up All Night. How? He must have had Avengers. You do not need the buildings to resurrect the Avengers. You just need the Avengers. So Up All Night must have saved those Avengers. And this pop-up army he's made from nothing has actually fended this assault off. So I think Team 2 is now going to wait for their super weapons and try and make a nice push with them. Doctor's got the Science Walker, and his Visops are coming out. Which means that Overlord needs his Visops, otherwise he's going to be just at a vision disadvantage for his team. Matter Conduit comes up, but Purified has his super weapon up now as well. And now we enter the state of the game where it's about super weapon usage. Your armies will punch each other in the face, and that's all well and good, but how these super weapons are used will determine the vast majority of this late game, and the team with Visops will use their super weapons better. The Visops come up right now, which means they know everything. They see everything. And Overlord... Oh, Doctor's even got an Assembly Walker down here that could run a train all the way up the middle. Economy is a question. Bottom team has been so clumped that they might not have enough money. I can't believe it, but Team 1 is actually pulling out ahead right now in this fight. The Avengers resurrecting was just so efficient. Did we get the sell on this Walker? I don't think we did. And now it's a counter push. Walker was sold. It's a counter push, and this Walker's going to run an absolute train. They might be bailed out by Orlok being here to get money to start shelling again. And they'll see this Walker a bit ahead of time, which will give them a chance to respond. Overlord's Visops are coming out, and we will not see Monolith or Orlok shelling to cancel this. That is banned. And now we just wait for super weapon cooldowns. I think top team has the better share of the economy right now. Now, they did see the Walker. It has been pinged. Orlok can shell this and get a lot of significant damage in. We might even just see a sell on all of this stuff. We've got Dervishes coming out, so we might see some Dervish play to try and snipe some stuff. If we can snipe the Matter Engine here, it'll pop this one as well and do massive damage to this base. A black hole right here basically ruins Up All Night. And he's resurrecting so many Avengers. Even the Inquisitors, why not? Just every little bit you can get. Of course, Overlord will lose this fight cleanly as there's unit support. Oh no, there's some Peacebringers here actually. But I think it will still be a lost fight for Overlord's Walker. Especially since Team 2 has to contest this Walker. Orlok is shelling over here rather than the Walker, and I'm not sure why. I feel like this one should be shelled. Start chipping it down. Yuno's trying to get more economy established, and the Novus player on Team 1 has contributed a lot, but he lost a lot of infrastructure as well. The Black Hole is coming up for Warbringer, and it's just in time with the Visops, so he will get a Visops Black Hole, and I think it's going to go right here. That's what I anticipate. There it is. Oh, combined with Purified Super Weapon. And the Cell, is that going to be enough? I think it will... Oh, is it going to pop? Oh, they popped, and that's Up All Night's entire base devastated. He has architects and money, but he's going to have to rebuild from scratch again. And he's going to have to keep popping up these Avengers. Now, we're going to see the counter Black Hole very soon. They double Super Weapon to secure this, and I kind of agree. Would have been nice if they hit the Black Hole gen somehow, but this might just be better. Purified space is nowhere near as exposed to a Black Hole. And now Team 2 have made the big push. We need Avenger rezzing for Up All Night to stay in the game here. Purified is also retreating his Avengers. And this Walker is being punched by Peacebringers. Purified trying to help his teammate out. And it's virused, so it's slow. We have Matter Conduit for Overlord now. I don't know where he built that. There it is. Right near his Science Walker. And Yuno's Black Hole is up. Where's he going to put it? EMP goes down on the Walkers and some field inverters. Where's the Black Hole going to go? And it goes here. Okay. So, nice mass sell. Beautiful sell from everyone, limiting the damage of this Black Hole. Brilliant decision making. Absolutely beautiful decision making. That could not have been played better by Team 2. And this lone Peacebringer is just punching this vehicle assembly. It might get it. Dark 4, man. This thing has a lot more health than it looks like. No, it's not going to get it. It's too many field inverters. Field inverters, of course, getting a 45% damage bonus against heavy vehicles, and they have antimatter weaponry, so they deal with DMA nicely as well. This walker ended up not crushing the entirety of this outpost, so it's missed a bit of an opportunity, and it will get picked off by Peacebringers. Doctor's building another walker down here, and he's kind of abandoning his teammates to fend for themselves. Up All Night resurrected more Avengers, but it's mostly Inquisitors this time. He's got his Citadel up and running, so he can resume building his infrastructure, but he's so far behind. Warbringer pings out the glyph now, and they'll send probably a single Peacebringer down to deal with this. And Purified, so diligent, just keeping his Avengers and rebuilding them. That's what this forward architect is for. Just rebuild these Avengers. It's so nice for Masari. Because if you have infinite money, sure, you can pump out Peacebringers forever. But if you rebuild them for free, you get to do stuff like this. Backup Knowledge Vault. Purified said let it land, but it seems like it was sold off. Purified was smart to say let it land. Because then it's just a naked walker, and you won't get the full recoup on the cell. So we have the Visops mirror match. We have more super weapons on the top side than the bottom side, I think. I'm trying to work this out. No, it's kind of even, but I mean, the next Black Hole initiative will be on Team 2's side, so Warbringer can dump that somewhere very, very painful. And I think we want to see a double super weapon on the Black Hole gen. Yep, he's just pinged it. They're probably going to dump it right about here and just take out the Black Hole. And this is the late game in team games. You can just super weapon the opposing super weapons and keep them behind. And then if they don't build the super weapons, you can super weapon something else. We have a bit of a consolidation from everyone. They're trying to recoup their forces. Puri's got some AFK Peacebringers. I feel like he should be rolling them in. Of course, Puri can now start doing things like this, building forward Guardians, because he rezzed for free. And he hasn't had to eat a black hole yet. Instead, they black holed some units that were just flogged. Some Sky Sari is out harassing, but the Saucers will counterplay this nicely. Inquisitors beat Saucers in large numbers, but they just get produced slower, and when there's less of them, the Saucers can do just fine. So, Up All Night trying to get some harassment in, but the Saucers will at least delay this, if not prevent it. Oh, they get one Reaper drone, which is nice. And yeah, Purified is going to hold his super weapon and combo it with Warbringers. Kill it. That... Oh, we got a Zessus play from Purified. We got a Zessus play coming in from Purified. Altea is out, but it's not going to do anything. She's just going to die. The counter super weapon from Doctor in order to deal with the Peacebringers, but Altea dies, and Purified wants the Visops. He doesn't even care about this Citadel. It's the Visops he wants. And I'm not... I don't know if this was the play. I don't know if this was the play. Orlok shelling, trying to pick off Zessus. It's not going to be clean. It was a lot of damage, though. I don't know if that was the play, Puri. He's trying to keep Zessus alive so he can get the teleport cooldown, but he will die. Orlok lives, and they got very little for their trouble. That wasn't the play. Black Hole Gen is very low on health, though, so Warbringer's super weapon will cleanly kill it. Probably position it here to take out the Citadel as well as the Black Hole. Maybe get some damage in on that, but Up All Night forfeits. He knows the Black Hole is coming. He knows that it's going to be game, and he knows he doesn't have the stuff to produce. And from here, it will be a cleanup operation. Team 2 just got the better super weapons. They got up and running a bit quicker. In terms of late game, Purified's early harassment was good, but the superior Dark Sari late game was excellent. The infrastructure from Up All Night was hit hard, and as much as he rezzed armies and played so well, the late game of Dark Sari came through. Matt Conduit comes down to hit 2 walkers, and the black hole will come soon. There's no black hole. Yuno's down to very little. Doctor can fight for a little while, but it's not going to matter. Purified has just double-clicked his C button and sent his whole army in. You can honestly just set spawn flags on the hierarchy base and keep pumping units and you'll win. Well, unless he had magnets, I guess, but... Black hole is up, probably hitting 2 walkers, question mark. Yeah. Hits both of the walkers, double cell, which doesn't do anything, because they wouldn't have died anyway. Oh, but he built some hard points. Those hard points are going to cost him money. Not that it matters. And Team 2 will be the ultimate victors in this set. However, it is a little bit tainted, because I want to know what happened to these antimatter tanks. I want to know what happened to them. If that was a bug, then I think Team 1 had a very real chance of winning. A very real chance of winning. We need to know what happened here. I'm sorry I missed it, but I didn't expect like 20 antimatter tanks to just... It's like someone just hit the delete key, just... Okay, I'll let them clean up and then we'll jump in to get the post-game interview and see what happened. What happened, man? Nobody touches me, dies. There's the forfeit. I want to see the economy as well. I feel like Team 2 had much better economy that game, so they didn't lose much infrastructure at all. Oh, yeah. Purified had about 20% more money than Knight. Warbringer had about 27% more money than Yuno. And Overlord had about 10% more money than Doctor. Let's see what the players have to say.
They were kind of running out, but at the end of the day, it's just like Masari just shits on light Masari in every fashion.
Okay.
I did also sweep through and kill a decent amount of your architects because he didn't have like one.
You know, also lost an entire maybe antimatter tanks to who knows what. I mean, that's just banned.
I want to know what happened there. What happened to the antimatters? Does anyone know?
His army just deleted itself.
It just died.
It just died.
Apropos of nothing. I don't get why they would die. There's nothing...
There you go, Doc. No glyph sneaking for you.
I can't believe those antimatters died. That was a really big deal. That was a full pop cap.
I had a few field
Yeah, no, it was a
around
big
there.
deal.
I don't know if it would have decided the game, but it would have made it massively close. Because they would have taken out some infrastructure.
I mean, it's also the case of like Sky Starry's only chance of winning is in the early to mid game. You go into late game, you're just gonna lose because that's if you're going into late game against another Masari who's going straight dark, you're gonna lose because you're
Overlord to
just
one
behind
said,
in terms
that
of
was
production.
weird.
Yeah, and also... Well, the main win condition of Sky Sari is just pester one guy to death. And
You know,
then
said,
you win like that.
not lucky there.
Yeah, that's also Sky Sword could only really deal Dark Guardians with having Skylords essentially. Like he can't really fight them with Inquisitors. It's just too good.
Warbringer said, I had a lot of units around.
No, your units did
You
not
know, said,
kill those
no
antimatter
idea
tanks.
was that.
No,
Warbringer said,
that was a pop
not
cap of
as much
antimatters.
decent amount.
Yeah, that was Pop Cap Sky. That was a Pop Cap.
Overlord to
Cap
one
Sky
said,
Starry.
I wonder if they were in flow and then
They were
flow
not in
party
flow.
and
No,
stomped
I will
out.
explain it. I will explain it because I had map pack. They were in the middle of the map trying to consolidate with the Sky Sari, and they just died. And I looked at it and I thought, wait, was that like the biggest missile barrage? No. Was it viral bomb? No. There was nothing around. They just died in an open field.